good evening to all the aspirants. My name is Sumeet. Today, again, as usual, since we have started a current affairs session, and till now I have covered of the first week of June, second week of June, and now time has come to cover the third week of June, the current affairs related to the third week of June. We will try and understand the topics purely from the government exam perspective. Government exams as in exams like UPSC, KPSC, or police, PSI, police constable, FDA, ESD, AVAO, all those levels of examinations from which expected questions can come in your questions, right, in a question paper, that we will look into all the topics from that perspective and then cover it. Okay, so let us deep dive into the subject. Right, the first topic of today, we'll start from the state first. First we'll cover the state, then we'll move to the national level, and then from that to the international level, and then we will slowly close with the sports section. So in our state, for the state of Karnataka, recently the Supreme Court, let us talk about what the Supreme Court has said about the issue which has been rocking our Karnataka state. I hope you guys are aware that recently Kamal Hassan's starrer movie Thug Life was about to be released pan-India, right? I hope you guys are aware of that. So in one of the promotions of that Thug Life movie, the well-known actor Mr. Kamal Hassan had uttered a misnomer which was taken in a very wrong way by the people of Karnataka. He had told that Kannada is a daughter language of Tamil. Tamil is a mother language and Karnataka is its daughter. And this statement had caused a lot of irk, a lot of concern among the people of Karnataka. Why did they think so? Why did they feel in such a way? The only reason is that it is believed that Karnataka is not the daughter language of Tamil. Tamil is not the mother language of Kannada. That is what the people of Karnataka believe. Not only people of Karnataka, but also the academic sources, the research has properly established the fact that both Tamil and Kannada, they originate from a mother language called as Proto-Dravidian. Proto-Dravidian is that language from which Proto-Dravidian. This is the mother language. Proto-Dravidian. This is the mother language, and both Tamil and Kannada have originated from this language. This is what the academic research says us, right? So however, since Kamal Hassan had told that Tamil is actually a mother language of Kannada, this was not taken in a right spirit by the people of Karnataka, and hence due to this statement of Kamal Hassan, the people of Karnataka, they have opposed the release of Thug Life. This is a movie. This is the name of the movie. And this has been opposed by the people of Karnataka. And this matter went to the High Court, and in High Court, the judge had asked Kamal Hassan to tender an apology to the people of Karnataka and to the language of Kannada. This is what the High Court had recently told Mr. Kamal Hassan, since he had raised temperatures of Kannadigas with respect to Kannada language, right? So that is why the High Court had told Kamal Hassan to apologize. However, recently, I mean in the third week of June, the matter again went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court intervened in this matter, and it has came up with a suggestion. It came up with a suggestion saying that the demand of High Court of Karnataka is not in the right spirit. Why? Why is that? Let us try and understand this topic from Indian polity. So as per Indian polity, as per the Constitution of India, Article 19(1)(a), what does it say? Article 19(1)(a). What does it say? It gives us the right of speech and expression. Please understand, this gives us This gives not only us, not only Kamal Hassan, but it gives to all the citizens of India the right to freedom of speech and expression. Freedom of speech and expression. And the Supreme Court has reversed the order of High Court. The Supreme Court has said that it is the right of Kamal Hassan to air his views, and his views are not in contravention with the Article 19(1)(a) of our Constitution, which guarantees the right to free speech and expression. And on the basis of this, it has rightly said that the Supreme Court has rightly said that it is not right on the part of the High Court of Karnataka to ban the movie called as Thug Life in the state of Karnataka. Now, why is that? Why is that? The Supreme Court has said that banning Thug Life in Karnataka is not the solution. The Supreme Court has said that Thug Life, this movie, has already been cleared, has already been given a clearance certificate by CBFC. Please understand, CBFC is a censor board of our country. Central Board of our country, Central Board of Film Certification, that is the full form of CBFC. And this CBFC has given clearance certificate to Thug Life, saying that it can be released in theaters in India, right? And this CBFC is governed by Cinematographic Act, Cinematographic Act of 1958. Now, as per this act, any movie which does not contravene the ideals of our Constitution, say for example Article 19(1)(a) of our Constitution, and there are some rules which have been framed under this act, and if any film, if it does not contravene the sections of Cinematographic Act, it can get a clearance certification from the CBFC, and if that movie has got a clearance certificate from the CBFC, then it can be released in India, in all the states. Nobody has the power to stop the release of that movie. That is what the Supreme Court has recently said in that judgment. So this is what the issue is. When any questions regarding this issue comes to your mind, you should be able to answer it quite easily, because I have covered this issue from all the possible angles, right? Is that understood? Please keep this thing in your mind that Article 19(1)(a) of our Constitution guarantees right to freedom of speech and expression. Point number one. Point number two, the release of no movie can be stopped by disgruntled people or fringe elements of people citing hurt sentiments. You'll have to keep this in your mind. Why? Because the CBFC is there. The CBFC has already given permission for the release of that movie pan India. Is that understood? So nobody has the right to stop the release of the movie illegally or in an extra legal way. Is that understood? Right. So this is as far as the topic of Thug Life is concerned. We'll look into the next topic, which has been doing a lot of rounds in our state. Now, ERT. What is ERT? ERT is nothing but electronic rapid transport. Electric rapid transport or transit, you can call it transport or transit. Now, this is the system in which buses, electric buses will be provided to the respective urban areas. And why is that? Why do they provide electric buses to the urban areas? Why? Because to make the commute of local people of that urban area quite easy, right? Is that understood? This is the plan. This has been planned in our state of Karnataka, in the city of Hubli and Dharwad. Hubli and Dharwad. Now, there is already BRTS existent in the twin cities of Hubli and Dharwad. BRTS, Bus Rapid Transport System or Transit System. This is already present in the twin cities of Hubli and Dharwad now. But however, there are some reports, many central government reports, they have cited and they have said that this BRTS is a loss-making venture, a loss-making venture. Why? Because the ticket rates are not in line with the profit-making margins of this BRTS system. Is that understood? This is what the reports have said. And in order to solve this issue, as well as another issue of promoting electric vehicles, the government has now launched this ERT in the city of Hubli and Dharwad, in the twin cities of Hubli and Dharwad. Now, why is there a focus on electric so much? Please understand, the government is promoting electric buses, electric transit system. Why? Because it aims to reduce its carbon dioxide footprint in line with the Paris Climate Agreement. Now, in order to align the targets which the country of India has committed in the Paris Climate Agreement, the government is promoting electric vehicles for public transport in India. Now, if these electric vehicles, if they are replacing internal combustion engine buses from our roads, don't you think the CO2 emission which is coming out of these internal combustion engine vehicles or buses will be reduced? Yes, and if that is reduced, don't you think India would be moving a bit closer towards its commitments which it has given to the Paris Climate Agreement? Yes. So keeping that in mind, in Hubli Dharwad an ERT project is coming, and this project is a joint venture between the government as well as another Swiss company called as Hess. Hess is a Swiss company. This is a Swiss company, and this company has come forward to design and implement this electric rapid transport system in the twin cities of Hubli and Dharwad. Is that understood? So you might get a question in exam saying that which among the following cities have ERT system in them planned? If this is the question, you'll be getting a lot of options, and in those options, wherever there is a mention of Hubli and Dharwad, you'll have to take that answer. Is that understood? This is with respect to our second topic. Now let us move to the national level, right? At the national level. So recently at the national level, there is an issue. Bhashini is a scheme which has been doing a lot of rounds in our national issues. So what is this Bhashini? Bhashini is nothing but it is an AI tool, an artificial intelligence tool. What does this do? What it does is that it is a translator. What does it translate? It translates regional languages. It translates English into regional languages. Say for example, if there is a governmental order which has been published only in the language of English, but however the states and the people residing in those states, if they are unaware of this language, so they won't be able to understand this government order which has been published only in English or in Hindi. Say for example, English or Hindi. Let us take that as an example. So the people of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala who are not aware of these two languages, especially the rural area, the people of rural areas who have not understood or learnt this language of English and Hindi, and if there is a government order which is released only in these two languages, so the people residing in these states, they won't be able to understand or comprehend or understand what that government order says. So in order to resolve this issue of communication gap between the center as well as the local and regional languages, the government has launched this scheme called as Bhashini. So this Bhashini is nothing but it is an artificial intelligence tool And what it does is that it translates English and or Hindi language into regional languages as in Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Lahoti, Purgi, all these regional languages, right? There are many regional languages in India, and with the help of this AI tool, the governmental orders which were released in Hindi and English can easily be translated into the regional languages. And if they are translated into regional languages, don't you think the people who are much more comfortable in their own languages, they will be able to understand what the government is trying to say? Is that understood? So this is what the Bhashini scheme is, and this is already implemented by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Which is also called as MEITY. This ministry is implementing this Bhashini scheme, right? So this ministry has teamed up with many other departments like the Panchayat Raj department, as well as the Parliamentary Affairs, as well as the Parlia. Right? So in collaboration with such departments, it is trying to, what is it doing? It is trying to translate English and Hindi language documents into the regional languages, so that these government orders or any part of knowledge will be shared with the local regional people as well, right? So this is what is with respect to the Bhashini scheme. Now let us move to the next topic. Right, so we all know that Delhi is one of the most highly polluted areas in our world. So is that understood? So what is government now trying to do to resolve the problem of pollution in Delhi? So the government has come up with a new initiative. That initiative is nothing but activating artificial rains in Delhi. So I hope you guys are aware that Delhi is surrounded by a haze. Haze is nothing but a cloud of pollution, dust particles, pollution, CO2, carbon monoxide, methane, all these gases together, which are emitted from vehicles as well as factories as well as many other pollutants in that city. They rise up in the atmosphere and they stay in the upper part of the atmosphere, and that pollution which is present in the upper part of the atmosphere, it is causing a lot of problem to the residents of Delhi. Now the government is aware of this fact, and to resolve this problem of pollution in Delhi, the government has come up with this project called as artificial rain. So what actually happens in this artificial rain? Let me explain about that. Please understand, to create artificial rain, the rock salt along with silver iodide are actually sprinkled on the clouds which have been formed in the upper part of the atmosphere of Delhi. Now, what does this do is that it provides an important nuclei. It is a nuclei, and this nuclei, this rock silver iodide as well as rock salt, this will provide a nuclei around which droplets will be formed, and with the formation of these droplets, it will convert into raindrops or precipitation. Precipitation is a geographical word for rain. Please understand that. Rock salt and silver iodide will be sprinkled on the clouds which are present in the upper part of the Delhi's atmosphere. And these rock salt and iron iodide, they function as an nuclei surrounding which there will be a formation of water and water vapor, and with the help of that, slowly as the water vapor gets heavier, it starts precipitating towards the ground level, and with that the pollution which is surrounding the part of the Delhi will be slowly removed through precipitation. This is what is being planned to achieve through this artificial rain, and these particles which are sprinkled over those clouds is done through planes, and these planes, they approximately fly for 90 minutes covering the entire region of Delhi, entire region of Delhi. This is what has been planned under this project. Is that understood? And this has been a collaboration. This plan is under collaboration with the government as well as IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur. Now these both, IIT Kanpur, Indian Institute of Technology, which is present in Kanpur, it has been teamed with the government to implement this Delhi artificial rain project. Is that understood? Okay, let us go to the next topic. Okay, recently the government has now recently released an order, and according to that order, the AC temperatures will have to be forcibly kept under the range of 20 degrees to 28 degrees. Now why is that? Why is government trying so much to restrict the temperatures of AC between these ranges? Recently it has been found that out of 100%, the number of homes, hotels and restaurants which have ACs is only 6%. Only 6% of homes, hotels and restaurants have this facility of AC in them. Is that understood? And this 6% alone in the summer months, especially March, April, May, June in the northern part of India, in the summer months, it has been found that the demand for powering those ACs is around 20 gigawatts, which is much higher, is 50 gigawatts, and this has increased the peak demand by 20%. Peak demand for power by 20%. Now please understand, India is a power starved country. When I use the word starved, please understand the demand for power is always increasing in India. We are not able to sustain our power needs. We keep on consuming a lot of power, and especially in the months of March, April, May and June specifically in the northern part of India, the demand for power has been kept on increasing. Why is it increasing? It is increasing because in those heat months, the temperatures of the regions in the summer months is actually rising and increasing, and with the rise in these temperatures, the demand for air conditioning also increases. And with the rise in temperatures, the demand for air conditioning again skyrocketing, and with the installation of air conditions, the power demand has also been increasing concomitantly with the rise in temperatures. So keeping this thing in mind, the government in order to resolve this demand for this increase in demand for, it is trying to solve the problem of increase in demand for power for air conditioners, and in order to resolve this problem, the government has now brought in a regulation of keeping the temperatures in the range of 20 to 28 degrees. Earlier, the air conditions were allowed to have temperatures from 16 to 24 degrees. As of now, you can reduce the temperatures up to 19 to 24 degrees. Now, with the government regulations saying that 20 to 28 degrees, 20 to 28 degrees is the only 20 to 28 degrees is the new norm. With this, the government is trying to achieve the reduction in power levels, reduction in the power demand due to this air conditioning, right? So this you'll have to keep in mind, and this regulation has been passed by Ministry of Power, Ministry of Power, in order to tackle the power demand which has been rising in our country in the summer months. The government has now brought in an order restricting the ranges of temperatures which are available in the air conditioning. Say, for example, from now on, no air conditioning company, air conditioning manufacturing company can manufacture the air condition which has temperature range of less than 20 degrees. From now on, all the ACs which have been manufactured and sold in India, they will be present in the range of 20 degrees to 28 degrees. That's it, not less than that. Why? Because the government has recently passed an order saying that the power demand in the summer months is increasing, and in order to put a cap on that demand, the government has released an order saying that the air conditions cannot be sold which have less than 20 degrees as their temperature range. Is that understood? Okay, now let us go to the next topic. Okay, today is the International Yoga Day. You know, International Yoga Day, it is generally celebrated on 21st of June. 21st of June of every year. Now, why only 21st of June? Please understand, 21st of June is considered as summer solstice. Summer solstice. What is summer solstice? Summer solstice is a geographical concept saying that the rays of the sun are vertical, directly vertical over Tropic of Cancer, or the rays of sun are perpendicular to the Tropic of Cancer. If this is the globe, this is the equator, this is the Tropic of Cancer, and this is Tropic of Capricorn. The sun traverses through these paths. Please understand that. So on June 21st, exactly on June 21st, the rays of the sun are directly overhead in the Tropic of Cancer. This is called as summer solstice. And the government of India in the year 2014, it championed the cause of Yoga Day, and based on the United Nations General Assembly resolution, the government has declared 21st of June as International Yoga Day. So today is that International Yoga Day, and please keep this thing in your mind. World over, yoga is considered to be originated from India. Now, what does this do to the cause of India? Don't you think by making this a popular day, India has gained some soft power in the world? India has gained soft power. It has helped India achieve soft power. Now, this Yoga Day has been already being celebrated for an entire decade. This was first celebrated on June 21st, 2015. This was the day for the first time when the entire world celebrated the World Yoga Day, and today marks the 11th edition of this International Yoga Day. Today marks the 11th successful edition of International Yoga Day. Is that understood? And this year's theme is yoga for One Health, one world, one globe, one health, one globe. This is the theme of this year's International Yoga Day. You might come across this question in your exams. You might get a question saying that what was the theme of 11th edition of International Yoga Day? You might be getting a lot of options. In those options which mentions yoga for one health, one globe should be your answer. Is that understood? Is that understood? Yeah. Okay, then we'll move to the next section. Now let us talk about Operation Sindhu. I hope you guys are aware that there is a big, huge international fight which is going on between Israel and Iran. Is that understood? So many Indians were and still are stranded in the country of Iran, right? In order to bring back those Indians who have been stranded in the war-struck country of Iran, country of Iran. The government has launched Operation Sindhu. Under this Operation Sindhu, what the government is trying to achieve, what it is trying to achieve is that it is trying to bring back stranded Indians. This is what this Operation Sindoor has been trying to achieve. The war between Israel and Iran has caused a lot of unease among the residents of Iran as well as Israel, but in the country of Iran, there are many Indians who have gone there as a part to pursue higher education as well as to have business links as well as to earn their living. Many Indians have gone to the country of Iran and they are staying over there. And just because there was an outbreak of war immediately without any notice, many Indians have been stranded in the country of Iran. And they are stranded over there and the government is now trying to help them. How is it trying to help? It is trying to bring those Indians back to India. So, and that particular activity or the project or the initiative of government is called as Operation Sindoor. Please understand that. Is that understood? Okay, now let us go to the next topic. Okay, Operation Rising Lion. What is this? This operation has been launched. This operation has been launched by Israel. This operation has been launched by the country of Israel. Against whom? It has been launched against the country of Iran. Why has it been launched? Let us now look at the factor why. Why it has been launched? Because the International Atomic Energy Agency, International Atomic Energy Agency. This is an organization which has been given the task, to monitor as well as inspect the uranium or nuclear enrichment of the country of Iran. Now, recently, this IAEA, it is an international organization, you'll have to keep in your mind. This international organization concerns the nuclear energy states, right? Is that understood? So, this has the authority to monitor and inspect any nuclear powered country. So, recently, in its report, it has released that Iran has now stopped responding to IAEA. It is now not allowing IAEA to inspect as well as monitor the nuclear facilities which have been established in the country of Iran. So, fearing that Iran is nearing the nuclear arms, fearing that Iran might soon be able to possess these nuclear arms, Israel has now started bombarding Iran. Iran specifically its sites which have nuclearly active. Say for example sites which are involved in uranium enrichment. What is uranium enrichment? Uranium is an important material, which is an important part which helps in the fissile or fusion of nuclear power, right? This is an important ingredient when it comes to the nuclear power. Of fearing the fact that Iran might slowly be in the process of possessing nuclear arms, fearing that, the Israel has immediately attacked Iran. It has launched an attack on Iran, and that operation is called as Operation Rising Lion. Now, what this operation tries to achieve, what it is trying to achieve is that it is trying to stop the country of Iran. It is trying to stop the country of Iran from possessing nuclear arms. This is the objective of this project. Under this operation, Iran has already, what it has done is that it has targeted few active nuclear sites of Iran. Which are they? Let us look into that. The first one is Natanz, which is present in Isfahan province. Of Iran. Then it has also targeted Fordo. It is a city. It is a city which has nuclear facilities in it, and there is an underground. Fordo specifically has an underground nuclear facility. This is present in Qom province of Iran. These two sites have been targeted. Along with these two sites, many other sites like Kermanshah, Tabriz, and the capital city of Iran, which is Tehran. These sites have been precisely targeted by the country of Israel. Please understand that. Those sites are Natanz and Fordo, which actively houses uranium enrichment or nuclear enrichment facilities. These two areas specifically house the facilities which have nuclear material in them. And along with that, Kermanshah, Tabriz and Tehran. These are the three sites which houses the authorities, the government. These sites which houses the authorities as well as government offices, they have also been targeted. So understood, under this operation, these areas of Iran have been successfully targeted by the defense system of Israel. Okay, now let us go to the next topic. Now the next topic is Operation True Promise 3. This operation obviously has been launched by Iran against Israel, right? This operation has been launched by Israel. This has been launched by Iran. Iran against whom? Against Israel. Now, since Iran had attacked Israel for nearing nuclear enrichment, in response to the attack of Israel, Iran has launched an attack on Israel, and this attack is called as Operation True Promise 3. Under this operation, Iran has fired missiles, hypersonic and supersonic missiles in the cities of Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is a capital of Israel. Tel Aviv, and then there is also another city called as Hafia and Rehovot. These are the three cities which have been targeted by the Iran defense system. And Iran has specifically used a very famous hypersonic missile which is called as Fateh 2. This missile has been doing a lot of rounds in the international debates. You'll have to keep in your mind. And this is a hypersonic missile. hypersonic missile. When I use the word hypersonic, what do you understand by that? Hypersonic missile as in it travels faster than the speed of sound. It is already told and believed that it travels somewhere around 12 to 13 times the speed of sound. So this is a hypersonic missile which has been possessed by the country of Israel, and this specific missile is called as Fateh 2. You'll have to keep this thing in your mind. Please understand, Operation Rising Lion was an operation launched by Israel against Iran, and Iran has now launched an operation in response to the Israel's operation, and that operation which has been launched by Iran is called as Operation True Promise 3. Is that understood? Now it has targeted Tel Aviv, Haifa and Rehoboth, all the major cities which are present in Israel, and it has specifically used Fateh 2 hypersonic missiles. Why are they using hypersonic missiles? They are using hypersonic missiles because it helps evade the Iron Dome system. Iron Dome. What is Iron Dome? Iron Dome is nothing but it is an air defense system which is present in the country of Israel. Iron Dome is an air defense system. Air defense system of Israel. Iron Dome is an air defense system of Israel. In order to bypass this system, they are using hypersonic missile like Fateh 2. What is this Fateh 2 doing? Fateh 2, it is trying to evade the Iron Dome, air defense system of Israel. Right? Is that understood? Right. We'll move to the next topic. Okay, recently the Prime Minister of our country, he has visited the country of Cyprus. So where is this Cyprus? Cyprus is an island state which is present in the Mediterranean Sea of Europe. Northern part of Mediterranean Sea is Europe, southern part is Africa, and eastern part is Asia. Please understand that. So this is an island nation which is present in the Mediterranean Sea of our globe. So this country, Cyprus, it has been split into two regions, two parts. First one is the Republic of Cyprus, which has an official recognition, the Republic of Cyprus. Republic of Cyprus. This has an official recognition as well as it is also an European Union member. Please keep this thing in your mind. It is an European member. This is the western part of the island. Western part of the island. Which island? The island of Cyprus. Now the eastern part of island. This eastern part of island is captured by Turkey. Please keep this thing in your mind. The eastern part of this island is captured by Turkey and it is under the occupation of Turkey. I am bringing the element of Turkey here to explain you one important thing. Now please understand, recently there was a standoff between India and Pakistan, and which countries have supported Pakistan? Pakistan has been supported by Turkey, right? Turkey was one among the countries which supported Pakistan. So in response to Turkey's support to Pakistan, India is now entered this country of Cyprus. India has entered this country of Cyprus, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first Prime Minister of India after 2 decades, after more than 2 decades, to visit the country of Cyprus. Now, why is Narendra Modi visiting, our Prime Minister visiting Cyprus? Our Prime Minister is visiting Cyprus because the eastern part has been captured by Turkey, and India, the Prime Minister of India has visited the western part, which is the Republic of Cyprus. Now, Prime Minister Modi has visited this part in order to show solidarity and to support the cause of the Republic of Cyprus. That is point number one. Point number two, this country of Cyprus has friendly relationship with India. It is what it is doing is that it is also supporting India's cause. It is also supporting India's cause of becoming a permanent member of what? Permanent member of United Nations Security Council. Please keep this thing in your mind. India's bid for UNSC Council, UNSC seat has been supported by this country. Point number two, see, one, why are we are supporting this country? This country is being supported because Turkey is against this country, right? In order to oppose Turkey, we are now slowly supporting Cyprus, and this Cyprus is also supporting India's cause when it comes to United Nations Security Council. Is that understood? So with all these developments in mind, please keep another fact in your mind. Recently, the country of Cyprus has awarded the highest civilian award for our Prime Minister Modi. Which is that award? That award is Grand Cross of the Order of Marquis III. This is the name of the award which has been awarded to PM of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi has been awarded this award by the government of Cyprus. Please understand, this is the highest civilian award. Highest civilian award. This is the highest civilian award which has been conferred to PM Narendra Modi of our country, and the name of that award is Grand Cross of the Order of Marquis III. Right? Is that understood? This is what is important with respect to this issue. Now finally, let us talk about sports. Recently, the finals of World Test Championship was played between the countries of Australia and South Africa. And this cycle is 2023 and 25. So this World Test Championship, the duration of this World Test Championship, this is the third World Test Championship, and it is for the duration of 2023 to 2025. Please understand that. And this year's third World Test Championship was fought between the countries of Australia and South Africa. And South Africa has emerged victorious. South Africa has emerged victorious. And with this title, South Africa has won an ICC trophy after a gap of 27 years. Please keep this thing in your mind. 27 years. But apart from that, there are also some important facts about previous World Test Championship which you'll have to keep in your mind. Let us talk about that. The second World Test Championship was fought between the country of Australia and India. And again, it was rightly won by Australia. Is that understood? The World Test Championship was won by the Australia. And the first World Test Championship, let us talk about this. The first World Test Championship was again fought between the countries of New Zealand and India. And again, in this first World Test Championship, New Zealand was victorious. Please understand, in both the previous editions of World Test Championship, India was a part of finalists. And this is the first time, when India is not a part of the finalist teams. And this time the award has been won by the country of South Africa. This you'll have to keep in your mind. Is that understood? Right. Okay. So with this, the current affairs session of today is completed. We'll hope to meet you soon again next week with the final week of current affairs. So thank you for being a part of Classic Education. Thank you. Thank you so much.